Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Good evening. Welcome. Here we are, Sunday evening, 6 p.m., our daily prayer. Welcome, friends of Kardec Radio. So glad to be here with you all again. And our message this evening is by André Luiz, and it's from the book Enlightening Messages, which is a collection of many spirit authors, psychographed by Chico Xavier. And the message we're going to look at is titled A Little More. And again, this is by the Spirit André Luiz. Welcome, everyone. Hello. Glad you're here with us. And if not today, if you're listening on demand, please feel our community love and spirit here. A little more. You are under the impression that you have exhausted the stock of all your resources in a particular work of love. But if you preserve a little more in your devotion, no one can predict the laurels of light that will shine on your path. You are sick and intend to obtain a prolonged leave. But if you persevere a little bit more in your service, who can predict the treasure of new energies which will appear on your way? You have found huge difficulties in the exercise of good deeds and wish to run away from them. But if you persist a little more in the building of benevolence, who can predict the triumph that your vested hours will collect from the living sources of charity? You believe you cannot tolerate the inopportune friend, the disobedient daughter or son, the thoughtless brother or sister, the fickle wife, or the foolish husband. But if you withstand the difficulties in your household a little more, who can predict the extent of the joy that is to reach your home? You assume that misfortune is your destiny and cry at the door of despair. But if you cultivate a little more fidelity to your own obligations, who can predict the magnitude of your process? Who can predict the magnitude of your success in the tomorrow which draws closer? You experience enormous fatigue and do not wish to hear a long-winded friend. But if you persevere a little more in your sacrifice, who can predict the fruits from the harvest of blessings that will come for your brief minutes of courtesy? Notice that you too, in the pursuit of anything, demand incessantly a little more goodwill, a little more cooperation, a little more time, a little more kindness from your neighbor. Genius and patience are never ending. It is fair that you wish a little more happiness. For this, it is necessary that you play a helping part in the happiness of others. Be aware of the lessons of life, and you will understand that to be victorious is to work always in accordance with your duty and to serve a little more. That is our message from André Luiz, psychographed by Chico Xavier, out of the book Enlightening Messages. It's a collection of multiple spirit authors, but psychographed by Chico Xavier. And let me say hello to those I can see, and please know if I cannot see your name, you're welcome as well. John DeRosa, hello. And we have a Kardec Radio host who if you want to type in your name, we can say hello to you. Abby Shear, thank you for signing on, and you are welcome for the message. And we have Alexandre, hello, thank you for being here. And you're from Brazil. Oh, nice. Thank you especially for being here. What time is it in Brazil? I think it depends on what state you're in, right? So it might be just like an hour later, I think. I'm not sure. But anyway, welcome. And Betsy, hello. Nice. Oh, thank you. That's who the Kardec Radio is, listener. Thank you. Nice to have you, Betsy. So our message is talking about a little bit more. And I think the message here is we're being asked to press on. It's not that we're to work to the point of exhaustion or collapse, but we're being asked to keep on keeping on, to press on. It's those days where we feel we're at the end of our rope, but we just need to keep putting one foot in front of the other, because this too shall pass. And I think not only that, but it's a reminder that we don't totally know God's designs, and for us to remember that God's design is much fairer and wiser than our own. And so when we're seeing we're not seeing the end of the tunnel, or we're seeing disaster or conflict, or how are we going to get out of this mess, that God has a higher plan. And even though we don't see it, that the answer will arrive. And so we need to just hang in there and press on. And also to remember not to get stuck in our emotions, our feelings, that even though we feel that we can't go on, or we cannot tolerate that person 1 second longer, to not be stuck there. And even though, feelings aren't facts, that's a good thing for us to remember. They're not facts, they're only feelings, and they too pass. So André Luiz is encouraging us to just hang in there. And I think, I so wish I could remember, there's a prayer, and I think it's Joanna Giangelis, and she says, most people, we're so close to the goal or the answer's in sight, and they give up. And so it's just that idea of keep pressing on, one foot in front of the other. Trudge the road to happy destiny. So thank you, André Luiz. It's a beautiful message, as all of them. And we will take that with us now as we head off into our 6 p.m. prayer. I'm going to try to add some music. Hopefully we will have music. Please let me know if it's too loud. Okay. So let us prepare ourselves for our prayer. We close our eyes and take a deep breath, not out of ritual, but out of helping us to come into prayer. Less distractions as we close our eyes, breathing in and out to help us to feel closer to God, that breath of life. Also to help relax the body, and again, to help us set a focus toward prayer. We connect with the now, bring our attention to the present. And let us connect with each other and all the spirits who have gathered for this 6 p.m. prayer. Mother, Father, God, thank you for our sacred life. Please forgive us as we rush through our day, feeling complacent about the life we've been given. We take this moment to recognize the blessings that have been bestowed upon us. Let us remember those who are in more need than ourselves, those who may at this very moment be struggling with life, those who may be experiencing physical, mental suffering and anguish. Let us take a moment to send feelings and vibrations of love, hope, and consolation. Reminding us that we are all brothers and sisters, and it is our duty to help each other, even if it is in thought, in a smile, in a warm handshake. We hold this message close to our heart of pressing on. Let us press on during this COVID, this pandemic. Let us remember each other to not only protect ourselves, but each other. Let us press on. And even though we feel weary of all this screening and social distancing, let us press on, realizing it's a blessing. And it is here to help humanity progress. So let us appreciate those in our homes a little bit more, hug a little tighter, say a kind word, offer to help. We thank you for the blessings of our brother Jesus, Mary, who exemplifies to us unconditional love, so that we may push forward, press on, leaving the animal kingdom for good and becoming better humans. We thank you for this time that we can come together to learn and evolve. With that in mind, with respect, humility, and deep gratitude, we ask permission to close this 6 p.m. prayer. And so be it. Thank you all for being here with me. And I so look forward to next Sunday at 6 p.m. Please be safe this week and remember to press on. God bless. Have a good evening and a good week.